Coach, Ohio State averages 300 yards a game on the ground, and they outweigh your defensive line by about 40 pounds each. How do you think your defensive line will adjust to their offensive line being much bigger?
They're good. They're good offenses, no doubt about it. J.T. Barrett's good. Their O-line is good. We got to play sound defense.
Cabinda and Bell are on the practice field. You see that's good news for this weekend?
Yeah, it's they didn't practice last week. This is the first time that they practiced. First time they've played. They haven't been obviously doing anything for about a month. So for us to expect that they're going to go in and start and play 60 plays in the game, they won't. But there's no doubt the fact that they're back, it provides depth and leadership that we've been lacking in some areas. It's funny because I just talked to the team about that. We got a lot of guys that have not played in a night game before, and we haven't played in one this year. So I'm going to have Kevin Threlkill, one of our administrators, send out, mass email out the Saturday schedule, so they kind of have an understanding of what to expect the young guys. So when the meals will be, when the pregame meal will be, when the walkthroughs will be, all those types of things, how much downtime there'll be, just so they're not caught off guard, a bunch of the young players that we have. So we're going to send that out, but besides that, not a whole lot more. To be honest with you, I think especially on the D-line, I think we make a lot more out of who's starting and who's not. I mean, if it's the quarterback, I get it. If it's an offensive line or a position that you don't rotate, then I think it's significant. But the D-line, we're basically playing a 2 deep, and both of them are getting between 40 or 25 reps. So it's not as significant. But he's been a guy, really since we've been here. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic, he's one of the stronger guys on our team. He's put on the size right now to be able to play inside. And he's an older, mature guy. So, we've been kind of excited about him. At first, when we made the move, we didn't know how it would work. This spring, we felt like it went really well. We had success with this in the past with Zettel. He's probably 10 pounds bigger than what Zettel was when we made the move with Zettel. So I think he's got a bright future for the rest of this year and really the rest of his career. Yeah, I know you guys hate when coaches say this. I got to watch today's tape. I go back and forth from offense to defense. I thought Jason probably practiced at a higher level than we expected. Brandon as well. But both of them, as the practice went on, you could tell they were just not used to practicing and going at that level, that type of intensity. So as much as you run them and do other things, it's just not the same. So we'll see. We got today's practice, and then we still have tomorrow's practice. And then you got Friday's walkthrough, and you got Saturday. So there's still some time, but again, I don't see them playing 65, 70 plays in the game. We'll see. I know right after the game, you guys will have the count. You'll tell me if I was wrong. Bell, as you guys know, Bell's pretty kind of chill in general. Cabinda's the opposite. Cabinda's been getting in fist fights with the doctors and the trainers for 3 weeks now to get back on the field, which I like. I'd rather that. I'd rather say whoa than silly. And he's kind of got that mentality. Bell's he's like steady Eddie, which is also good. He's got a very calming effect on our guys. He's a playmaker on Saturdays. But again, both of those guys have missed a lot of time. I thought the intensity was really good. It's funny, I wrote a note down. That's going to be my comment next week is, the intensity should not have been higher this week. That naturally happens, but if your approach is right and your process is right, you should go out and practice every single week with the same type of intensity because it's really not about your opponent. It's about the standards that you have in your program. As we all know, there's a human nature part of it when you're playing a big-time opponent. It gets approached differently, but again, we try not to approach it that way. We try to get our guys to say, what is our standard at Penn State of who and what we want to be, and work towards that. I did think there was a little bit extra intensity today at practice. I wouldn't necessarily say at this point it was the cleanest practice that we've had, but I thought the intensity was really good. One of the things that's really helped us this year compared to the last 2 years is our scout D-line is so much better. Our scout O-line is so much better. So it forces you to practice at a higher level on the O-line and D-line of the travel squad, because those guys are talented. You know, it's funny because one of the questions walking over here that I thought I was going to get was who's simulating JT Barrett. You know, and it's kind of like the discussion we're having now about the quality of our O-line and D-line. I mean, our backup quarterbacks are doing it, but no one's simulating JT Barrett. If we had someone as good as JT Barrett, it wouldn't be on the scout team, you know, where they'd be starting for us. You know, we can't send Trace down there to run their offense. So I think that that's probably the biggest change. Is first year we just didn't have it. Last year we started to have it, and we weren't used to practicing at that intensity. And now it's starting to become part of our kind of routine around here, which I think is really, really important.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.